Once upon a time in a faraway land, there was a man called Daniel. And Daniel was known throughout the kingdom, not because he was rich or powerful, but simply because he was a man of God. Now, Daniel served the king of that land with all of his heart. He was honest and wise, and the king trusted him greatly. But this made some people very angry. They were jealous of Daniel, and they spent all their time trying to find a way to harm him. They looked for faults in his work, but they couldn't find any. So they decided to trick the king into signing a law that would force everyone in the kingdom to only pray to the king for 30 days. And anyone who prayed to any other god would be put to death in the lion's den. When Daniel heard this law, he was very afraid, but he wasn't afraid for himself. You see, Daniel knew that no matter what happened, he would rather die than stop praying to God. So every night he would go to his roof and pray to God. But one night, while he was praying, some people saw him, and they ran and told the king. Now the king didn't want to go against his own law, but he really liked Daniel. So he said, "If you truly don't want to stop praying to God, then I will throw you into the lion's den." Daniel answered, "You are right, O king. I will continue to pray to God." So the king gave the order, and Daniel was thrown into the lion's den. A big stone was rolled across the entrance, and the king's seal was pressed into the clay to make sure that no one would come in or go out. Then the king left, and all that night the lions growled and waited for Daniel, but he just kept praying. And you know what? God also waited that night. The king couldn't sleep or eat, and he waited until morning. And when he went to the den and called out to Daniel, he expected to hear growls, but instead he heard a familiar voice that said, "Oh, king, live forever. My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions. They have not hurt me because I was found innocent beforehand." When the king heard this, he rushed to the den and had the stone rolled away. And he saw that Daniel was unharmed. Then he had those who had plotted against Daniel thrown into the lion's den, and they became the lion's supper. Friends, Daniel's story teaches us that no matter how scary things may seem, if we trust in God and choose to do what is right, God will help us. Even when it seems like all hope is lost, even when we feel like giving up, even when the world turns against us, God will stand by us and give us the strength to keep going. And that gives me hope to keep going. And that gives you hope to keep going. That gives us hope to keep going. No matter what we face in life, no matter how difficult the situation may seem, we can take courage and hope because God is with us.